Oh, and it seems I blew the account. It seems that I blew the account, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, what's going on, guys? So as you guys just saw, I ended up blowing my account today. Unfortunately, the trade didn't even end up playing out regardless. As you can see here, it ended up going to full stop nonetheless. But I'm going to go ahead and just do a recap of both of the trades that I took and the reasoning behind them. So just allow me one moment here. So initially, off the first trade that I took, which was right here, off of this fair value gap. Make sure it's correct. Okay, actually no, wrong area right here. Off of this fair value gap right here. I ended up getting stopped the fuck out, but ended up going in the intended direction regardless. But let me go ahead and just break down the trade for you and do the recap. Okay, so as you can see here, Asia accumulated, London took out Asia low, and New York ended up taking out the London low as well. So we ended up sweeping out all this sell side liquidity here. So sell side, we did not come into any 15-minute PD arrays here. I believe from what I remember, we came into a 5-minute. Yeah, so we ended up coming into this old mitigated 5-minute right here. We'll just mark that up real quick. So we ended up coming to this old 5-minute. So we came to this old 5-minute, and we also, let me see, did we have SMT with that? No, we did not have SMT with it. So pretty much what happened was we came to this old 5-minute. Then from there, price started, expanding to the upside. We inverted this 5-minute gap. We also inverted this 15-minute gap here. So I was bullish originally, so I pretty much wanted to see price continue higher. So you can see here, this nice displacement leg up right here comes into this 15 minute, comes into this 1-minute fair value gap and equilibrium of the range. And equilibrium pretty much just means the halfway point, the 50% mark, shown by the 0.5 mark here. So you can see here, it literally taps equilibrium and the fair value gap, then it displaces even higher, creating this displacement leg as well. So using that same idea here, I pretty much entered long on this discounted fair value gap. And the reason I entered long there was because we also inverted this 15-minute gap here with this, I believe it was a 10:30 candle close. Yeah. So we also inverted this 15-minute gap here that was bearish with this 10:30 candle close. So right there I was interested in some longs. So as you can see here, price ended up sweeping out this low inside of the 1-minute fair value gap that we displaced from originally. So go ahead and just mark that up. So we just let me go and just clean this up. So ended up sweeping out that low. Then we came up. We put in this change in the state of delivery as this is the last set of down close candles before the sweep of liquidity. So we ended up putting in the change in state right here, followed by a market structure break and displacement as we created new fair value gaps. So what I did was I entered on this fair value gap that was discount. Well, it was both in a premium and a discount, but since this was the fair value gap that broke structure, I was expecting it to hold and send price higher, especially considering the fact that we're coming into the 1050 to 1110 macro. So went ahead and set a limit on this fair value gap, had my stop here at this low, and was targeting a 2-to-1. And as you can see, that did not work. This displacement leg got met with another displacement leg. So I pretty much went ahead at that point. That was the first loss that I took there. Then at that point, went back on the 15 to see what had happened. I saw, okay, we came to this old 15-minute that was also respected. And let me go ahead and go back over here. So I saw we came into this 15-minute that was previously respected, sweeping out this 15-minute candle high. Let's go ahead and see. Go ahead and mark that up. Where is it at? So we ended up sweeping out that 15-minute high inside that 15-minute gap, and you can see we ended up kind of rejecting off of it. Well, not kind of, we did reject off of it. And as you can see, this displacement leg was met with another displacement leg, and out of the 15-minute using time frame alignment, we put in a bearish change in state right here. Why? Because the last set of up close candles that swept liquidity. So from here, I also saw that we had a divergence in price. So if I go ahead and just replay it real quick. Okay. Give me 1 second. Start a new one. So if I go ahead and just replay price here, you will actually go ahead and see that we had internal SMT as the Nasdaq failed to take out this high. However, though, ES actually took out this high. And on top of that, we also had external SMT with the session highs. So you can see here, Asia was never taken out, but Nasdaq ends up taking out the Asia high. So we had that external SMT as well. So I figured, okay, you know what? We came back into that previous 15-minute fair value gap that got respected. We also tapped into a breaker, the high, low, higher, lower, low. So we also tapped into this breaker block right here, which also lined up with that fair value gap up there. Not only did we tap that fair value gap, it was also a balanced price range as we inverted these gaps here. So we tapped into a balanced price range, we tapped into a breaker, we tapped into a previously mitigated 15-minute fair value gap, we had double SMT at the highs, and on top of that we had just swept out the 15-minute high, and we had the internal SMT with a sweep of liquidity. And also the ES was above the opening prices as well, as you can see here, so I was not requiring the Nasdaq to be above the opening prices for this trade, so that's why I was confident in this short as well. And then just for the simple fact that we ran through this displacement leg here with immediate displacement out of the 15, putting in that change in state of delivery, I ended up entering here. From you guys saw on the replay, I actually ended up entering on the I believe we made a new fair value gap. Let me see. Yeah, so we actually ended up making a new fair value gap. Ended up entering on this, and I wanted to come out and try to take this low. So we also had another 1-minute breaker as well. So we had high, low, higher, high, lower, low. Doesn't look like it, but we take that out by like a tick. So we had a breaker right there. So we also had another balanced price range here as we pretty much inverted this and created a new displacement through it. So that right there was a balanced price range. Another breaker. And as you can see, clearly that short didn't work, as it quite frankly just got ran through. Should have just stuck to the initial bias of bullishness. But yeah, ended up blowing the account there. It's really unfortunate, but you know, I've already went ahead and journaled this, taking the proper notes that I need to take. But yeah, honestly, not too upset about it. I blew the account before it even hit my stop loss, so I mean, there's nothing I could do there. The account was on its last limb anyways, but you know, not gonna give up. Gonna buy a fresh 50K account. That's not stopping us. You know, it's all part of the game. You know, you're gonna blow accounts. Shit, you're gonna get absolutely fried some days. But that's pretty much today's trade recap. Honestly, I kind of felt like it was a bit of revenge trading to some sort of extent. But the way I kind of looked at it was more so I was trading what I saw, you know, real time, which was okay. This displacement didn't work based off the previous market structure. That should have held, especially considering the fact that this fair value gap broke structure. The way I kind of looked at it was, okay, if that doesn't hold, we're probably going to end up going lower, especially given the fact that we have this divergence right here, and then we have the higher time frame divergence with Asia. So that's pretty much the trade recap for today. Took two trades, and then we're getting absolutely smoked in both directions. But I'm going to go ahead and just continue my journey here. Going to continue back testing. You know, I'm going to do my best to, you know, improve at trading, and, you know, hopefully we'll have some payouts on the way. I know I'm on the right path. Have gotten multiple funded accounts before. There was a point where I was even at 4 live accounts at some point with Apex, but unfortunately I blew all those. So, I mean, just wasn't my time to shine, you know, back then. But I'm going to keep working hard. You know, I'm not going to give up on this trading shit. And, you know, hopefully within this upcoming future, we'll start securing some payouts. You know, hopefully, you know, things start to go our way. But, you know, it's only going to happen if, you know, we put in the time and effort. So, you know, that's what I'm going to go ahead and continue to do. I'm going to continue to go ahead and put in the time and effort to become that full-time funded day trader that I aspire to be. So, again, if you guys like my video, just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and bump these out as consistently as possible. So again, just, you know, make sure you like the video, leave a comment, subscribe if you guys want to go ahead and see more content. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a blessed and amazing day.